Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the CHIT CHAT Podcast. We have a new guest today. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name's Axios. You can call me X.
How'd you figure your stage name?
How did I figure out my stage name? Well, honestly, one day I was in college and I was looking up different words that I thought would mean something for me. And I found a word and it was worthy. But I didn't really like the English version of it. It just sounded not as spruced up as I wanted to. So I was looking up different languages to translate it into. And then I actually settled on the Greek translation of it. And it's Axios. And so my name originally was Axios. And then I flipped it and spelled it backwards. Because I wanted the metaphor to be I'm worthy either way it goes, front or backwards. Okay. But then that became too confusing. And so I switched it to just worthy.
I'm trying to figure out what it would be backwards. How do you pronounce it?
It's just like mirrored. So you don't really pronounce it. It's just aesthetically for the look.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was super confusing because people was trying to pronounce it.
Well, yeah.
There was like Axios, C-O-X.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it was weird. And I was like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
I'm going to fix it. It's just going to be Axios. But people still trip over that sometimes. So that's when I say just call me X if that's too much for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll be addressing you, so I shouldn't have to say it.
It's okay.
But if I do, I'll say X.
X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you have a tie with Greek language, or was that was just the language you liked it translated in the best?
Yeah, that was just the language. Like all the other ones, I just didn't really click with it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We already talked about this. I'm learning Spanish.
Go ahead.
But I couldn't even tell you what it means in Spanish.
Worthy in Spanish?
Yeah. I mean, you already have the name in Greek, so it doesn't matter what it is in Spanish if it sounds better or not.
I don't know.
I'm going to let you know.
We have to look it up.
I'm going to look it up right now. Worthy. I have the translating app on. Do you have an iPhone?
I do.
Do you have the translating app?
No, there's a translating app?
Yeah.
On iPhone?
Yeah.
You don't just look it up on Google?
I have the app on my phone. I have to do it on Google because the app.
You gotta put me on game. You gotta show me.
You already had all the apps on there. You gave me the Spanish.
Not the translating one.
No, not that one. We got
what is
Valioso.
Valioso. I like that. That rolls off the tongue.
Are you gonna change your name?
No. Like the great value version of X. Valioso. We didn't get Axios kids, but we got Valioso. I can't go. So, that's great. And then the translating app, what's it called? Just translate?
It's just translate.
Oh, okay.
It literally comes on the phone downloaded. You don't have that? What kind of iPhone do you have? What number?
Please don't.
Oh, it's
Please
old?
don't look at me. Yeah,
that's why you don't have it.
It's the 14.
Oh, that's not bad. I think this is too.
Oh, you only have 2 cameras.
So I have the old phone.
You have the old phone. Dang.
Oh.
I'm sorry. That's me being bougie. I'm sorry. Let me just bring it back.
You said you only have 2 cameras. I have 3.
Yeah, I got 3 cameras on mine.
I don't know which one I have. I got it like 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
So was the 14 even out 2 years? Maybe I had the 13.
I think it was. I think it was out 2 years ago. Because this is what I upgraded with.
Look, this is off topic, and now I'm showing that I'm poor. So we're going to move on.
You're not poor. You just value frugality. You know?
Yeah, I prefer to spend my money on other things.
Like what?
Trips.
I'm so sorry. I'm interviewing you now. Let me just rein it back in.
Yeah, we're supposed to talk about you.
Right.
But I like to go on trips.
Really?
Yes.
Have you been outside the country before? Or?
All the time.
Nice.
No, just kidding. I've out of the country. I've gone on a cruise. And I've gone to Cancun.
Okay, that's really nice. I've never been to Cancun before, but I've been to Jamaica, Haiti, Greece, Italy.
For what?
And that's
just for
about
fun?
it. Oh, well, the Greece and Italy was with my school. So I was out there for 2 weeks learning about the culture. And And then for the cruises, I went to the Bahamas, you know, Jamaica, Haiti, and all of that. One was with work, and then one was for fun.
Your work paid you to go on a cruise?
They did. And I was like, wow. I didn't even want to go on a cruise because I felt like I didn't deserve it. But they said it is part of your job requirement to be on this cruise. And so I went, and, you know, we had some meetings, but it wasn't a lot of meetings.
Yeah.
The rest of the time, we was just having a good time. So
Nice. My work is not taking me anywhere.
Oh, really?
So
that's even more reason why this podcast is going to take you where you need to be.
Take it off, because I'll
real.
go do interviews on some cruises. That's fine with me, you know?
That would be real heavenly.
Yeah.
That would. Especially at night. You see all the stars, the moon, the waves. It's a really peaceful environment. And
It's
actually,
scary, though. Like looking out on the boat at night
Oh, yeah.
to straight blackness.
Straight blackness.
Yeah.
And
It's terrifying. You don't know what's like right next to you.
that's how you know, like, there's more things in the world to observe and experience. And honestly, that's what, I'm sorry, I should have told you that I have a mentor in rap. So he's teaching me, he taught me how to, like, put shows together and stuff like that. But I also look up to him in terms of how he puts his music together and how his creative process is. And so one thing he told me that he does is when he goes on his cruises, he likes to, at night, write on the top deck. And that's where he gets, like, a lot of his inspiration from.
Okay.
And so that's what inspired me to actually go on my cruise by myself so that I can get that experience.
You went by yourself?
I ain't go by myself. I had somebody with me, but,
Oh, okay.
you know.
But you were, like, up there working on it by yourself.
Exactly.
Okay. Let's actually talk about your rap career instead of vacations we've gone on. Or about how I have the oldest iPhone. Okay, so when did you start rapping?
I started back in 2012 when I was a sophomore in high school.
Okay.
I had a friend that was really good at it, and it was always something I wanted to do since I was a kid because I noticed my brother, he was a rapper, and I just thought he was the coolest. Him and his friend, his name was Protege. My brother's name was Gutterell, and they was real dirty with their rap. Like, they cursed everywhere, right? But I just wanted to be like them. And so in 2012, my friend in church inspired me to actually go after it. And I actually started with Christian rap and doing it in the church. And so fast forward about 10 years later, all of the knowledge I gained from working within that church ministry brought me to the rapper that I am today. Also working with the equipment and stuff like that. So that's how I became a rapper.
That whole time you were just doing Christian rap?
Doing Christian rap, but also when I would record at my library, the Fountaindale one in Bolingbrook. I can say that because I don't live there no more, so nobody gonna find me.
Okay.
But, you know, in Bolingbrook, they have a studio in the bottom part. And so my friend and I used to go there and actually put the equipment together, learn the software, and record there too. So yeah, it did start in the Christian realm, but I transitioned into what I like doing most.
Okay.
Which still isn't as dirty as my brother. You know what I mean? But I'm still, you know, in secular music now.
When do you think that you take your music seriously?
I do.
Okay.
I really do.
When do you think you started doing that?
When did I start taking it seriously? I would say back in 2018 when I graduated college because I didn't have anything to worry about in terms of studies. And when I started taking my music seriously, my game has started changing dramatically because I thought I could only rap on, like, hip hop beats and that was it. But I started diversifying myself and moving into different genres and talking about different topics that were really big. And I think the experience is deepening and growing me as a person. And so I think 2018 on is when everything started changing. And that's also when I started talking to Eric James about creating this group, Divinity.
Yes.
And once we created that group, we just started hammering in on what we wanted to do. And one of the biggest plans that I had for us was each of us is going to have 2 albums each. We're going to have 2 videos each. then we're going to market those videos and albums on social media, and that will provide us a way for generating a buzz in our city. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, long story short, yeah, that's when I started taking it seriously.
He was telling me about how you guys created Divinity and things like that, and how you guys work a lot together on your songs.
Yeah.
So I wanted to hear like your side of it too, see if like they match up.
Coincide.
Yeah. I guess the first question is, do you like working with him?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a really good person.
It's gonna be really bad if you said no.
That would be interesting. Like, no, I don't like working. We would have had a lot to talk about after that. Yeah. But nah, I really enjoy the process. I think and this goes for every other member in Divinity as well, we're comfortable enough where we can sit down and do some of the craziest, even ideas we may think are stupid. Mm-hmm. And it allows us to unlock the creative process of creating quality songs. Mm-hmm. Me and Eric James just created one yesterday. Mm-hmm. And we needed a singer on the chorus. And we didn't have any singers. So I'm just like, okay, let me mess with it. And I tried, singing on the chorus. I don't sing. I'm not a singer. Mm-hmm. So I did it, and I was like, hold on. Eric was like, what you doing? Keep going. Nah. And then he was like, you know what? Let me jump on that. He jumped on it. Okay. The chorus turned out so beautifully. And I was just like, I don't even know how that happened.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just being unafraid to look goofy.
Is it your first time trying to sing?
No, actually. I was on the choir at my church back in my teens.
So you were just like choosing not to sing from 2018 until now on any of your songs?
I just think that being a strength in singing isn't my biggest strength. Mm-hmm. I can harmonize, but as far as being a lead, I don't think that really is something that I've honed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you like singing on it? Now that came out good, do you think you're going to do it more or no?
I think I am. I think I will, because I'm in the space where I understand that you don't have to 100% hit the notes all the way. You just have to make it sound good. Mm-hmm. So if it sounds good, you might be able to slap some auto-tune, put a little reverb, turn the ambience up, put a little high pitch on your voice, and then it sounds great. You know what I mean? But for a regular singer, they could just go on there and it'll sound good. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think I will start singing.
You still have to know how to sing decent, though, in case you ever perform that song live in front of people.
Harmonize. Actually, I just learned this from my mentor. You can customize how your voice sounds on the mic. I didn't know that. Does that make sense?
No.
So, I had just recently had a performance with my mentor in June. And when we were setting up for the performance, the engineer asked me, all right, get on the mic, do your thing. I thought it was just a sound check. Mm-hmm. Right. So I rapped a little bit and I said, turn me up a little bit, and that was it. When my mentor did the sound check, he told the engineer, hey, just add a little reverb on my voice. Turn up the reverb. And then he got the reverb to the point where he wanted it to be. And then he made sure the volume level was where it wanted to be. And then I think he added another effect. But I didn't know that you can add those effects in real time.
Yeah.
I thought it was just something that happens on the songs.
Yeah.
And so that's what happened. So.
Oh yeah, that's interesting. Mm-hmm. I thought it too. It was like all like pre-recorded.
Exactly.
Oh.
But you can do it in real time. So yes and no. I mean, if you don't know how to harmonize, you're going to sound like trash. Mm-hmm. Right? But if you can harmonize, you could throw a little auto-tune on your mic and be good.
Yeah.
So
that's what you're going to do?
I don't know. I haven't messed with auto-tune yet, but I definitely have been thinking about it. Because I'm like, T-Pain can't be the only one to do it. I got to get something out of it, too. You know what I mean? Because we making pop songs. We singing and stuff. Can't just be a rapper.
Calling out T-Pain is crazy.
I ain't calling T-Pain out. If he sees this, we still cool. Right? last thing I would want is a rap beef with T-Pain.
Yeah, that'd be rough.
Right. That'd be rough. Because that's my dude. I love T-Pain.
I heard J. Cole is your favorite.
J. Cole? Who told you that?
Eric.
Eric is something else. J. Cole is not my favorite rapper.
No, you were Kendrick.
Kendrick.
He was J. Cole.
I was about to say he was trolling you. But we had that thing.
You were Kendrick, yeah.
Yeah, we be having that thing when anything be popping off between Kendrick or J. Cole or somebody drops an album or a song. We be trying to debate like who's the best. Mm-hmm. I'm sticking to Kendrick all day because Kendrick has just proved himself to me time and time again. Mm-hmm. But I do recognize how great J. Cole is, and I will never take that away from him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who are your other influences?
I would say Chance the Rapper. When I saw him rap during, I would say during at least 2016 to 2018, for me, he resembled freeness in being able to express yourself on the beat and also talk about some of the very serious things he was talking about. Chance the Rapper, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar is the biggest one because I just love how he thinks about things in the way that he's able to craft his cadence. Everything matters. And that's what I appreciate with music is intentionality with cadence or tonality or the words you use, because you can use any word, but he used this one specifically. I love all of that. And then like ordering the album, like how the songs flow. He's a very big influence on my music. And then also I really like Hobson. Have you ever heard of Hobson? He's different.
In a good way?
I say a good way. A lot of people would say otherwise, but he challenges the industry in a really confrontational type of way. I don't know how to explain it other than he's just not like everybody else, and he's not afraid to say he isn't.
Okay.
Yeah. So Hobson is another one. And I think those are my big four right now.
We talked about how you were traveling earlier. Did going to any of those places impact or make a change on how you create music?
I would say it did, in the reason of it opened my eyes to a different world, and it showed me how people live in these different areas and how vastly different it is from how we're living. And so because I got those experiences, I'm able to put those in songs and give people a different perspective when they're listening to it. That's what it is for me. Music is all about listening to your favorite person. It's like a podcast. You know what I mean? You're tuning into a person and you're seeing what they think about a situation or life. And that's what I think those experiences afforded me, the ability to have a different perspective in my music. And so you're not going to be able to talk about anything new if you don't go and experience life.
True.
So, yeah.
Okay.
That's what traveling does for me.
Yeah. So, like, you, like, do it... Do you do it a lot?
Do I travel a lot?
Yeah.
Nah, not recently, because it costs a lot of money to travel and go on these cruises. They be jacking the price up.
That's true.
Yeah.
But you could justify it because it helps you become a better writer.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
And you get to experience different cultures and food. I love food too. And I had the best gyro in Greece. Do you call it gyro or gyro?
Gyro.
Wow. Good job. Because I have fights with people about that.
No, it's a gyro. The G silent.
Oh, well, some people say gyro.
No, that doesn't sound right.
No?
Like, I know that's what people say, but Euro. Yeah.
Do you say GIF or GIF?
With the G.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Which one do you say?
Hyph.
What?
I knew I was going to make you mad with that one.
That one's wrong.
Yeah, okay. That was all I had, though.
Do you think cereal is a soup?
It actually is. It's a cold soup that you enjoy. Because who in the world eats liquid out of a spoon for breakfast? I don't understand that at all.
Cereal is amazing.
Is a hot dog a sandwich? Or you said, dang it.
Yeah. Oh, Hot Pockets being pizza rolls? Was that it?
A Hot Pocket and pizza roll?
A Pop-Tart being a pizza roll.
That actually made me upset.
Why?
That's not right.
Why not?
This is just not right. A Hot Pocket, a Pop-Tart being a pizza roll?
Yes. A pizza roll is breaded with something inside of it.
Okay.
And a Pop-Tart is bread with a jam-ish.
A jam?
I don't know what's inside a Pop-Tart. A cream. A
jam. You said a cream? What?
It's something. Something is inside of it. The jam, whatever flavor it is.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, the strawberry ones, that's strawberry jam inside of the bread. But, like, the Oreo ones, that's, like, Oreo cream.
Oh, yeah. You're okay.
So
you're
it's
100%.
some kind of filling in the Pop-Tart bread. So they're the same thing.
So...
You see what I mean?
Pop-Tart roll, not pizza roll. Because pizza roll has pizza ingredients, though.
No, but it's still just, like, the same format. The same... What is
the same format.
The same structure.
So what pizza rolls have taken their idea from Pop-Tart since Pop-Tart's been around a lot longer.
Have they then?
Yes.
Whatever one order they came in, they're the same.
Wow.
Like you can use them versatilely. What is that word?
Interchangeably?
Interchangeably.
Wow. I was like, what?
You can use them interchangeably.
Okay.
Like, oh, I just had a strawberry pizza roll Pop-Tart, and that would make sense.
I like the energy you're putting into that.
But
I'm going to go with it just because
oh, yeah?
I feel...
I was able to convince you?
I'm still like 89, 11%,
Okay.
But I feel what you're saying and I vibe with it. So yes, we're there. We're clicked up.
We're agreeing. Yeah.
We're in agreement. And I love the fact that I know about these things and I'm not just solely focused on music. See, I got a life outside of music.
You do.
And I think that's really important.
You do.
It's really important.
Yeah. What do you do for fun?
What do I do for fun? Oh my gosh. You see, I always get that question and then I just blank out as soon as somebody asks me. But I like watching anime.
We're going to sit here until you answer it.
Would you really?
Of course, yeah.
Do you have enough space or? I like watching anime and then I just got back into playing video games. I stopped playing back in 2012. Actually, I gave my system up in 2012 so I could focus on school. But I just got back into it.
Do you use those as an escape if you are having writer's block?
Actually, I don't. With writer's block, it's a different situation that I gotta approach it from because sometimes writer's block influences my decision making skills and it makes me think that I'm not as good as a rapper that I am. And sometimes I just gotta recognize that I'm still the cold dude that made above the surface. You know what I mean? So my process with writer's block would be taking a step back from music, probably not listening to anything, and just thinking about the topic for the entire day or listening to the beat the entire day while I'm taking a shower, while I'm eating. And
the beat that you're trying to write over? Yeah.
Usually the thoughts start rolling in after I got the beat solidified in my head to the point where if the beat is not playing, it's still playing in my head. You know what I mean? So that's how I overcome writer's block. The game is just something to just
for fun,
have fun with.
As an actual hobby. I get you.
And anime.
Yeah.
Do you watch anime?
No.
Man.
I like The Office.
I love The Office.
And Friends.
Not Friends.
You were quiet. Okay.
I love The Office. Friends, I don't know, not too much.
The Office that's like my top one.
Oh, so you like dry humor?
Yes.
Okay.
I have like a dry and dark sense humor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. We gotta talk later. We gotta talk.
No, I don't like talking
You
about
said
it because
no.
then I just seem weird. Like, yeah, I just seem weird. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, like if you saw some of the things I laughed at, you'd be like, what is wrong with her?
Oh, so you be the one sharing the weird things on Facebook?
I don't share it. I don't make it public, but I'll send
private.
it to people.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Me and my brother, we have the same sense of humor.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's just like when we're like together in serious situations, we just like make eye contact and then we just lose it. Okay. Let's get back to you. We keep getting off.
I'm so sorry. Yeah. You see, when my leg crosses up like this, I become an interviewer, and sometimes it flows so naturally that we.
It does feel very natural.
Right.
I'm not mad about that part, but we're almost at like an hour basically. Yeah, we've almost been talking for an hour.
No way.
We started at 3:37.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You were for real about that.
We're still talking. I feel like I don't even know anything about you.
Man, I thought you were playing with me when you was like, the interviews have been going over 30 minutes.
Because it's just so easy for me to talk.
Yeah, this is what you need to do. This is where you belong, okay?
This is like so easy to just talk to people.
Yeah, the job, just quit it. Because this is perfect.
Does it feel like we've been here a long time?
Nah, I feel like it's been like 20, 25 minutes.
Right?
Maybe. But
Yeah.
you said an hour. I'm like, what time is it?
We've been here for like 40-ish. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was super early.
Because you're really early, yeah. He got here. Wait, let me figure
Why
out.
you go to the camera with that?
Because I'm telling them now. Let me figure out what I want to say.
That's an office type thing. So he got here.
I'm putting myself on blast, but I don't hold these interviews at my own house. I'm at my mom's house.
Why are you saying it like it's a confession?
I have these interviews at my mom's house. And so I get here a half hour early to set up and prepare. But he also got here a half hour early. But he got here really like 32 minutes early. And so I wasn't here yet.
Yes.
So yeah.
I was on point.
It was early and then it made me look bad, basically. But it's cool now. It's cool.
It's cool. It's good. You did not look bad. I just looked overly excited to be on the interview. You know?
True. Which is fair because this is very exciting.
Because I'm honored.
Yes.
To be here. For real.
Yeah. Okay. Back to your music.
Okay.
You perform places.
Yes.
And you've also put on TED Talks.
Yeah.
Yes. When you are doing a TED Talk and you are performing on stage your actual music, do you prepare differently for that?
So for preparing for the music versus the TED Talk, what's the difference between the two?
Yeah. Is there a difference?
I think there is a difference just because the music is already memorized and it's easy to memorize that. So I'm not so much focused on what I have to say. I'm more focused on, okay, when I get to this song, how am I going to enunciate words, or am I going to do a little dance right here? How am I going to engage with the audience, right? With speeches, because I was on the speech team for 6 years. It's a matter of preparing and memorizing it, and then once it's memorized, knowing where you're going to place your points, and then same thing, enunciating on certain words to stress the importance of those lines. And that's pretty much it. That's the difference between the two. But the speech, it's more of a focus on memorizing it because there's no beat to it, so it's not as easy to memorize. But that's pretty much the difference.
Which one do you like more?
I think I like performing. Oh, that's an interesting question. I never had that one. I love speech because I got to speak about subjects that were very important. Like this, that TED Talk that you watched, that was about mental health in the Black community. And I love performing that because a lot of people don't know that we struggle with reaching out to get resources. Like we think it's out of touch, and then there's the stigma of we think it's like a white people thing to go to therapy. You know what I mean? So I speak about a lot of the barriers it is, and I can lay the information out a lot more easier. With music, nobody's gonna listen to me talk about black mental health the way that I would in speech. I have to code it a lot more. Okay. And so when I code it, sometimes it's like very, very good to the point where you have to sit down and really dissect the lines to know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? So I think those are the differences between the two and the complexities between the two.
Okay.
I can lay my soul out with the speech. With music, I code it and make it enjoyable to listen to. And it'll hit you later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a way to not have to code it too much.
Go ahead.
Well, I don't know. I feel like I like listening to songs about more serious topics. And they don't need to be like coded the way that you make them seem. You know Dave? He's a rapper from the UK.
Who? Say it again.
Dave.
From the UK?
From the UK. The UK.
The UK.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. No, I don't know Dave. Go ahead.
He has a lot of songs about social topics like that. Like about being black and things like that.
Yeah.
And I find his songs very enjoyable.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll send you
Please.
His profile on something. Yeah.
Do you bump that music all the time?
No.
Oh.
But not because of the topics he's talking about. Just because I feel like I just listen to whatever vibe I'm in.
All right.
But like if I have him on a playlist and that song comes on, I don't skip it because I know it's talking about black injustice.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I'll just like whatever playlist I listen to that day, if it's on there, then that's cool.
Yeah.
And if not, then he just doesn't get listened to.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't think that I'm saying that music like that isn't fun to listen to. I think I'm speaking of, I don't want it to be so socially dense that it's like, okay, this is a very dense song and the mood I'm in is very lighthearted. And I can't consume this material right now because I'm not in the headspace for it.
That's
so
fair.
I take that same material, put it on a alternative beat or a poppy beat, and then code the lyrics. So you listening to the same thing, but now you can flow with it because it's more enjoyable to listen to.
Yeah.
Now, as I was telling your mom before, like I make conscious music as well, so I understand both perspectives. You know what I mean?
Okay. I get you then.
Yeah.
Do you have any songs like that?
Like what?
With talking about topics like that?
Yeah, most definitely. I have a really... And Above the Surface was a really hard album to make because I was talking about a lot of really deep topics. But one topic on there is called kin. And it talks about something that was an experience of somebody. It talks about rape, right? And I go through what that experience was like for that person. And it's a really heavy song, so I coded the language. You know what I mean? That's one of the heavier ones. One of the upbeat ones that is kind of like on a poppy beat is called Wake Up. And it's about how the government has done a lot of things to co-opt the education system and make it a little bit not what we want it to be. That's what I can say about that.
Okay.
But it's on a high power, high energy type beat, and it's really fun to listen to. And I have a singer on it.
Okay.
And I'm rapping happily.
If you perform live, do you perform those songs? How do you choose your set list?
I really go on what songs have the highest energy, and then I'll open with my highest energy song. And then right after that, I'll put like a conscious song right there. And once I got my conscious song there, I'll pull out an acapella because I want people to hear something that's really important. Then I'll put a smooth R&B type song right there after it to get us back in the mood of relaxing. And then at the end, I'll put like a cool freestyle, something like that.
Okay.
Right. And so I just kind of like arc it and then leave us like the, I forget what it's called when you're writing a story. You got your exposition, rising.
The climax?
Yeah, climax, falling action, and then where you're left off at. That's how I structure those performances.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm cutting this off. Do you have anything else you want to say? Because I feel like we could talk for like 2 more hours, but I don't want to put out a 2-hour long episode.
You don't have to.
So is there anything that I did not ask you about that you would like to talk about?
No, I think you did a pretty good job. I really did.
I feel like I didn't, because we talked about vacations, foods being compared to each other, and just iPhones. But if you think it was fine, then I'll think it's fine too.
I mean, I think the questions you asked me were really good. Obviously, we probably couldn't get to all of them because they have like good explanations that I can give on all of them. But you did good going into like my history, asking me about the creative process and my music and what do I do to make the shows, put the shows together. And then I told you extra stuff about my mentor and whatnot. And so all of those things I think are really good.
Good.
And I think we had a good podcast.
Good.
If you have anything else you want to ask.
I just want you to tell people where they can find you.
Oh.
Not your address, because we already talked about being
married
and stuff.
And I almost gave him my address too. Oh. Thank you for reminding me. I was about to tell him too. You can find me on Instagram at X_DivinityX. And that's really the main profile that I operate from, the Instagram one. So that's really all that we need to know. And then actually TikTok too. I forgot that I have TikTok because I don't be using it that much, which has to change. Yeah. But my TikTok is the same thing. X_Divinity. Oh no, Axios_DivinityX.
It'll be linked below.
It will.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. What music platforms?
I'm on all music platforms.
What?
Apple Music,
no,
Spotify.
Like what do they search?
Oh, Axios. So it's A.xios. And then you search the album Above the Surface. Those two together will bring you to my stuff.
Again, linked below. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you for coming on my podcast.
No problem. Thank you for having me on the Chit Chat Podcast.
The Chit Chat Podcast, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching this episode of the Chit Chat. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I hope you enjoyed our chat and will stick around for my next interview. Until then, remember, be happy and be chill.